Hey, welcome back to Truckee, California with Velox 18. I know I feel weird. I'm a little overdressed for the occasion. Usually I'm in a black t-shirt or a white t-shirt, but today you caught me on a day where I'm wearing a collar and it feels weird. Feels weird, but hey, we went to Gus's school to check out his new classroom, his new teacher. For those of you who don't know, Gus has autism, so he's in a special TK class. That's like toddler kindergarten, I think is what that stands for. I don't know. Those of you who are teachers or who are married to teachers or who are just smarter than me, you guys go ahead and let me know what TK stands for, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And anyway, so that's why I'm dressed like this, kind of weird. Not hauling any loads today, no loads. And it's not because there's a lack of loads. There's plenty of loads out there, but it's because I put the truck in the shop to get the oil changed, have the body shop do a couple little things, and then we had the reefer looked at yesterday by Thermo King. We brought the truck back yesterday, but we had a letter from the FMCSA and it's time to do our new entrant audit. So that's what we're doing today. And it gave me the opportunity to go and be a part of Gus's kind of like meet and greet with his teacher. So that was cool. And so yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're just doing boring work today. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. And I'm gonna show you guys kind of what they're doing for the new entrant audit. They're doing what's called an off-site new entrant audit. But before we get into that, we're gonna roll the music and then we're gonna go to the computer and I'll show you guys what we're looking at. Does that sound good? All right, roll the music. All right, so this is what we're doing today. The off-site new entrant audit. Basically, when you start your own authority, they send out an auditor to come make sure you have all of your safety files, everything you need to be a motor carrier. You need to have in order in your office, filed, all ready to go. So I have a file system that I bought from Motor Carrier HQ that lists out everything I need in each file and kind of keeps me organized. It can be a little bit overwhelming when you don't know. There's just a lot of stuff at the beginning, a lot of things. And so it's kind of nice to have someone hold your hand through it. So that's what I did. But now it's time, because of COVID, we were eligible for an off-site new entrant audit, which means I go through and I upload everything that I have, and they list out here on the website. So this website, they say it's ai.fmcsa.dot.gov/new entrant. So that's all you type in, and then that page pulls up and you type in your DOT number, and then in a letter they send you a PIN number and you use that PIN number to log in. And so now this is what it opens up to. It says welcome new entrant, and it tells you all the driver related documents you need, the vehicle related documents, and then the carrier related documents, the programmatic documents. So you go through this. It's pretty self-explanatory. Driver's list, driver's license, driver's record of duty, motor vehicle record, medical certificate. So everything you need as a driver, you have to have on file in the files. These are what you need to upload. The vehicle related documents, vehicle list, the vehicle inspection, and the hazardous material shipping papers, which I don't need because I'm not a hazmat. And then the carrier specific is proof of insurance, the drug and alcohol program, and accident register. So those things, and within those things there can be more than one. So anyway, so you go down the list and you just go here, drivers, driver's list, and then when you're in the middle of it, because right now I've timed out on this this session, so I'll have to log back in actually before I can get back to uploading these, because I'm in the middle of uploading. But I have until August 15th to finish uploading all of my documents. So there's no pressure. It's not like once I get started I can't keep uploading. So you upload all the documents that you have. So it'll have like a button right here that says upload now, and so you get your driver's list, you scan it into your computer, and then you upload, and then you just scan in the document. Pretty simple. If you know how to upload, proof of deliveries and bill of ladings, then you will know how to do all of that. If you're trying to use a cell phone, you want to take pictures, I would recommend using an app to convert from a photo to a PDF file. PDF files are documents; they're not pictures. So I use Cam Scanner to do that, and it puts a little watermark on the bottom that says "scanned by Cam Scanner" or something like that. But no one's ever given me any grief over having a little watermark on there. So anyway, you go through, and some of these, let's see the drug and alcohol program, because this one will be more. There's more to it. So with this one, you need to, it doesn't have all the same things because my session's timed out. Anyway, so you need to have, there are more than just, like the proof that you're enrolled in a drug program. You have to have certain documents within that program, but they list them all out for you right here on the right once you're actually logged in, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And there's actually a couple things that I don't have just ready on file that I need, and so we're going to take care of those things. I'll be emailing them to get basically a list of all of the people in my drug consortium in the group, and then I guess they need positive tests from anyone in that drug consortium, which is weird. Or it says driver positive tests from the third-party administrator. So I don't know if that's from my carrier, but obviously I haven't had any dirty tests, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, you upload proof of your pre-employment drug test. You need to upload the results of the test, as well as the chain of custody, the proof of the chain of custody. So there's a few different documents you need to upload. It's not just like, yes, I'm in a drug and alcohol program, here's the agreement. You need to upload the agreement, you need to upload the list, you need to upload, there's like multiple documents for some of these. So anyway, it can be a little bit of a hassle, but all in all, they've made it pretty easy with everything listed out here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually going to just save you guys from the rest of this, and I'll show you guys me and Gus driving around in the truck yesterday, and talking about what the shop did to my truck. So if you guys want to see that, check it out. All right, so we came over here to the house after we went to Peterbilt to get the truck out of the shop, and Gus has never in his life ridden in the truck for more than just like idling around. So we're gonna actually drive for the first time in Gus's life. The first time ever right now. You ready, Gus? Ready. You ready to go?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Ready, set, ready, set.
Ready, set, go. Bye, Mom. Hey, neighbor.
Hello.
All right, so we went and took it to the shop, and what we took it to the shop for was for an oil change and lube, and also for a speed sensor wire. So the speed sensor wire was let me straighten this out. All right, so the speed sensor wire had been rubbed through, and I still don't know exactly how it rubbed through, so I'm actually going to be going and trying to do some diagnostics on that here pretty soon, because I want to know why it happened. Like, it's good that I got it replaced for free on the warranty, although the technician originally wrote down that it had been cut, so then they didn't want to give me replace it on the warranty. They wanted me to pay for it, and I said, wait, hold on, I have a picture of it. It's rubbed through. It's been rubbing on something. It's clearly a warranty issue. And he said, okay, hold on, let me track that guy down. He's on his lunch break. Let me track him down and find out, you know, what he says about that, because he wrote down that it had been cut. And I said, yeah, well, you know, maybe he just meant, you know, that it was broken, because it was broken. It had a light on, ABS light on, all that other stuff. So anyway, we were what do you think, Gus? What do you think? You digging it? You like sitting up this high? So cool sitting on top. He's got his hat on. It's like his little bravery hat. When he wants to be brave, he wears his hat like that. So anyway, so he ended up saying, okay, yeah, it's definitely been worn through, and it'll be covered on the you know, on the warranty. So I said, thank you, much appreciated. And then they've actually found 2 air leaks under the cab on airlines, and they said it was just coming out of the fittings. Like the fittings had failed on both. They said it was the airlines that go, or the airlines that run to like the glad hands, but underneath the cab. So there was some sort of fittings and connections down there that had failed, 2 of them. So on both lines. So I thought I had an issue when I would lose a little bit of air just as I was sitting, but I never heard the air leaks, never saw any air. You know, it wasn't dramatic. It was very, very slight, but probably all these rough roads just beating the crap out of the truck. But anyway, we kind of going through a neighborhood, so don't mind me. We're kind of out in the country. We're like in that weird zone between country and city. So going through neighborhoods, but we're getting out of them. Anyway, the other thing, while it was there, I wanted to get a couple of the body shop things, the last things that need to be taken care of. The breather panels, the rear breather panels that go between the air breathers and the cab, they were too long. They were like 3-4 inches too long. They stuck below the air breather, which looked silly. So I wanted them to replace, or I mean, cut those down, and then also do a bracket. Another one of those brackets broke on the undercap panels, this time on the passenger side. The first one that broke was on the driver's side. And so I needed them to replace that one, and then also do those breather panels. And they said that they would be able to just really quickly peel those things off, pull those things off, and get them taken care of in about 15 minutes. You know, right before it went in to get the oil change and lube. And so anyway, we got that taken care of. Got the oil change and lube. But those panels, they ended up chipping when they cut them. So they had to go take them into the paint booth. So those won't be ready until next week. And I told them, well, I'm not going to leave the truck here that long, because I just, I need the truck. I need the truck. So it already was there 2 days, which it wasn't 2 days. It was just more than the 1 day that I thought it was going to be. Man, this turn sucks. Is this guy going to wave me on? All right, anyway, so we got almost everything taken care of, and man, it needed that lube. I needed to grease everything up, it was past due, way past due, so the truck just feels a little better, a little tighter, a little quieter. So, oh shoot. Well, that's not cool. That's the road we're supposed to go on. I don't think there's another one down here either. I think we're gonna have to flip around. Balderdash. Yeah, I think there's not another place to cross the railroad tracks, so we're gonna come down here and flip around. There is another area, but it's further down. Why is this car still behind me? Like, am I really coming down to the one spot? If I went down that dirt road, there is another area I could pull out and cross, I think, over there, but we're not doing that. Alright, so this is fun. What do you think, Gus? We're just trucking around, huh, buddy? All we're doing right now is just taking the truck to go park it at the yard. That's it. I was just on my way home from the shop, and I wanted to put Gus's car seat in here for the first time and let him actually get some drive time, because he loves watching trucking videos out the windshield. So I thought if I could show him, in real life, looking out the windshield, then I think he's going to enjoy it. So far, so good. Those of you who maybe have watched the channel for a while, you might remember that Gus was kind of afraid of trucks. He loved looking at them when they were off, but once you turned them on and they were loud and the vibrations, were really, really rough, he didn't love that so much. So he kind of I don't know, resisted actually getting in the truck for a long time, and then only when I got this truck would he get in, and he'd let me kind of putt around a little bit with just without his seat in here. I would just move it around in the yard with him in it, or have him sit in my lap or whatever. So kind of I've been working him up to the point where I wanted to see if he would just get in his seat and actually sit here the whole time. Come on, dude. Really? So there's a reason why I didn't cross at this crossing, because this crossing's kind of hardcore. It's really busy. So I needed to, I wanted to get Gus sitting in the seat and see if he could, how long he could last. And I'll be honest, it'll be a while before I can take him, on a load with me. He he just still needs his mom for a lot, as far as like she's definitely his person in this life, and being that he's on the autism spectrum, it's a little like he needs her for a lot of things, and a lot of his routines are based on her, and he needs his home. His home base is extremely important for his routines and things to stay intact, and for his kind of like comfort, for the places where he's comfortable being, to stay, you know, to be home in those places and stuff. So anyway, so I don't think I'm going to be able to take him in the truck for a while. You know, like actually truck him on a load. And honestly, when I do it, I might have my wife come with me, and we might all come in the truck. And even though it's small and tight in here, I think that there could be times where he might need her while I'm trying to, you know, truck. So we'll see. What's up, JD Hunt? Get right in front of you, KJB. Cool. What do you think, buddy? We're going fast? So fast? So, yeah. That's all we're doing today. Just trucking this guy to the yard, which is about 7 miles from the house. So, trucking this guy to the yard, and then we're going to swap it over into the pickup truck and take the pickup truck home. So, that's what we're doing. Oh, where are my keys? That's not good. Okay, good. They're down in the ashtray. We got them. Woo-wee. So I was a little perturbed with the way things went down at the shop. You know, I made an appointment, and then I didn't, and then they were going to hold the truck, you know, until today, and then I kind of got mad at the guys in the shop because my truck wasn't able to get there in time because it had been over at the body shop, and they were trying to fill around. Those panels are really hard to take off. They're just such a hassle. You know, you've got bolts and nuts, but they're up, you know, just in a real tight spot. You gotta use like a long extension, and then you don't have a lot of wiggle room and play to ratchet it. So anyway, those guys were playing with those for about an hour, and then had to get the bracket off too. So anyway, so we all that to say, they ended up, you know, I still had to borrow a friend's car to get home because I had to leave the truck there, and I didn't anticipate, you know, needing a ride home. I was told everything could happen in one day, and I really thought, you know what, I'll have a friend come and pick me up, and we'll have lunch and whatever. And so when we went to lunch, they were like, yeah, we're probably not going to get it done tonight. I said, all right, well, call me when you know. So they called me and let me know, okay, we think we're going to be able to get everything done. But then I called the body shop, and they're like, oh, no, my guys went home already. They didn't even cut those panels yet. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, really? You guys... I was like, you know, one guy promised me that you guys would be able to get it done in 15 minutes. And you guys are... now you guys are doubling back on that. So, anyway. So I was a little perturbed, but... and I still got to go back and get those stinking panels. but whatever. At least the truck's not sitting there. I don't know. It's Thursday right now, so I was thinking about trying to get a load right now, but I don't know. I got offered a $2,000 load to go down south, and then I got offered another load, a cheese load down to San Diego, all the way down to the border, for the same people that I did the cheese load for before, down to the Mexican border. I did a load from Leprino Foods in Lemoore. Went down to San Diego with it, right at the border. Like, there's warehouses right there on the Mexican border. And anyway, so those guys said they had another load for me too. So I got brokers calling me trying to give me loads, and I didn't know if I was gonna get the truck back today or not. And finally, I just told them, give me the truck back, man. Just finish whatever you need to finish and give me the truck. So they cooperated, but I had already told those brokers that I couldn't work today. So anyway, so we're losing money. Money's on the table, and we're not picking it up. Kind of frustrating, but at the same time, I still am a little, you know, after being out for so long, it would have been nice to take like a week to be at home, but I just kind of wanted to get right back in the truck and, you know, make a little bit of money. So that's what I did. So we made $5,600 in 4 days, and now we're gonna have a few days off. It'll be nice to be with the family, and we'll make it happen. But we're gonna hit it hard this next week. I'm gonna plan some stuff out right now. Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday pretty much booked. I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll. And I know I could probably get better rates for some last minute freight, but I'll tell you, it's kind of not worth it for me, because I can get maybe like $500 more on a rate at the last minute, but half the time, or more than half the time, I end up sitting. So if I'm sitting for 3 days and then get, you know, if I do a total of 2 loads in a week for an extra $1,000, you know, it's better to do 4 loads in a week. You know, because you make you know, $1,500 or $2,000 more than you did on the 2 loads because you did 4. So I don't know. That's just how I like staying rolling. And when you do that, then brokers want to work with you again. They're like, hey, this guy gave us a good rate, you know, we're gonna keep feeding them. And yeah, you got to work a lot, you got to keep the truck rolling, but shoot, I want to keep the truck rolling anyway. So there's rates to be had, good rates, and so I'll take a good rate instead of holding out for a great rate if I can pre-schedule my, you know, my loads. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hook back up to the trailer now. Hook it up. Gussie Bear? All right. So with that, we are now back at the yard. Gussie, you want to say bye to everybody? Say bye, YouTube. Say bye, YouTube. Say bye, YouTube.
Bye-bye, Robbie. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye, Robbie. Bye-bye, Robbie. See you soon.
All right. Love you guys. Peace. Gosh, you did so good, bud.